is talking about.
What's up, family? I stumbled across a very interesting discussion today about wedding rings and how one guy thought it was so absurd to purchase these rings for thousands of dollars. He thought that the money would be better spent on investing in something like a home or some other form of real estate instead. What say you? Do you think that people are just going too far and investing too much emotion into these wedding rings? Are men doing too much to come up with the money to purchase these expensive wedding rings? Here's my thought. I think that men especially should not try to shame women into lowering their standards, because everybody got their own standards. What's expensive to one person may not be expensive to the next person. I personally think that, and this is not me trying to cap, but I do think that some dudes need to just say they ain't got it and move on. If you're with a woman who understands your financial situation, and she should, you should be honest about that, because sooner or later she will find out. And if she can't respect that, then you don't need to be with her anyway. So I think that you buy the ring that your money can afford. And that means that I personally believe that you should have something left over. And I think that it would be in a woman's best interest that you have something left over. Because if you spend all your money on a wedding ring and you ain't got nothing else, some people still live in apartments and they spent $15,000, $20,000, $25,000 on a wedding ring, and they live in an apartment and living check to check. That don't add up. Now, if money is tight like that, I really do believe that perhaps an investment is a better choice. Some women look at rings like it is an investment, and they look at it like security, insurance, so to speak. For instance, in some cultures, buying a diamond and gold ring is a necessity. It's mandatory for you to marry somebody's daughter. That way, if, God forbid, the relationship don't work out, the daughter has something that she can use to, or in exchange for money. She can get some money. She can sell it, get some money, and start over. You know, if the guy dies and they don't have like an insurance policy or something, they ain't got no money, she can always take that ring and go get some money. Now, how much that ring would be valued at is a whole other story. If you spend $30K for a ring, the rule of thumb is if you try to sell it, you'll probably get somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 to 20%. So we're talking $3,000 to $6,000 if you spend $30,000 on a ring, unless you sell it to somebody who really wants that ring and it has some type of special meaning to them. You can catch somebody like that, but otherwise, if you go into a pawn shops typically pay 10 to 20%. They don't care how much you spent on it. They're going to give you more than that. So that's, if you really, really want to know what your ring is worth, take it to a pawn shop. If you want to know what your jewelry is worth, take it to a pawn shop. You will get a rude awakening. But again, this is one of those things where it really does depend on the person. I think that two people should sit down and have a discussion. Talk about it because a wedding ring is a very important discussion to have. And depending on how much it costs, it could be a very important investment, financial investment. So you want to have that discussion so that everybody can get what they want. We all know that women like the idea of having that wedding ring so they can have some insurance. But women also like to have that wedding ring so they can say, look at that. Whoa, look. That thing go boom, boom, wow, boom. It's a big deal. Some people think the bigger the ring, the bigger the love, which is crazy to me because I know people who don't even wear their wedding ring and they've been married for a long time, and at least from where I stand, they appear to be happy. Also, some people don't wear their ring because people don't wear their rings for different reasons. Some people don't wear their ring because they don't want the diamonds to fall out. Some people don't wear the ring because they don't want to get popped. Because people are crazy these days. They'll pop you for a wedding ring. They'll take your life. They'll knock your noodles for a wedding ring. So to me, that's something that I would actually be very, very weary of my woman wearing some type of expensive ring. Because I know, people are trying to get you. I would be very, very apprehensive about that. I mean, I don't even wear expensive jewelry, and I'm very, very capable of protecting myself. But if somebody get the drop on you and catch you slipping, man, it ain't too much you can do. So it don't matter how well, versed you are in combat. They catch you slipping, they can get you. So ultimately, this is one of those things that boil down to each his own, or her own, to be more exact. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?